England's so funny when it comes to heat waves because you always say, oh, we should get aircon, and then it passes because it's only like a week, and then you forget, and then it happens again every single year. Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran, and this is me versus the universe. Bad habits. Yes, first started actually as there's a tune on the radio at the moment called Talk About by a group called Rain Radio. Rain Radio is a friend of mine. I don't know if he wants me to air it out because I think it's his secret dance group, but he played me Talk About and I went, we should make a tune like this with a really big throbbing bass line. And yeah, I feel like that's going to be edited out, the interview, like the, you know those Nigella Lawson things where they cut out and I just said really big throbbing. So yeah, it did start out as just a bass line. The best nightclub, fuck, that's a good question. I think the best nightclub experience I've had in recent years was not even a nightclub, it's like a day place. It's called Ocean Beach in Ibiza. My security guard, Kevin, knows the bloke that created it, Tony. And we went there first in like 2016 and it's just a fucking great day out, yeah. But it's like your day ends when you leave because you are just out. My worst bad habit I conquered, I think, was doing stuff to excess. I love takeaways. I would have a takeaway like every night of the week. I love drinking. I would have a bottle of wine every night of the week. And now I've learnt, what's the word? I've learnt moderation. Probably have a takeaway like once a month now. And it's worth it. It's good. Last time I saw Stormzy was last night, actually, randomly. I hadn't seen him in a long time because obviously like lockdown and whatnot, but no, I went around his house and we drank a lot of Hennessy. About 6 p.m. I sat down and we didn't stop talking till about 1 a.m, just constant conversation. And yeah, then left. It was really good seeing him. I mean, looking back 10 years ago to the A-Team, I mean, life has really changed for me in like every sense, like not just professionally, but like personally, like where I am in my life. I guess I've still got the same school friends that I had, but I'm now like married, I have a kid, I'm 30, like life has changed a lot. But yeah, it is quite cool looking back. Like I haven't listened to Plus since it came out, and I'm going to be doing a 10th anniversary Plus show in September, and I get to like relearn all the songs, and it's fun. I think before I started out in the music industry, I wish I knew that if ever I'm in a situation where someone's ever like fucked me over in the music industry, I keep in my mind saying music business, music business, music business. It's not a kumbaya friendship, let's all fucking cuddle around, and it's a business. And so I've had many occasions in my career where stuff has really hurt me and it shouldn't have done, because you should just compartmentalize it and just be like, okay, that happened because it's the music business, and that's a good business decision for them. It might not be like a friendship decision, but that's a good business decision. Yeah, if I could go back and tell my 19-year-old self anything, it would just be like, always remember it's the music business, and like, you do you and don't worry about anyone else. I mean, 1 billion of anything. I remember like, yeah, I mean, getting 1 billion streams on Beautiful People was great. I think 1 billion of anything is obviously a success. I mean, you could sell toothpicks, and selling 1 billion toothpicks, it's just something you can say to someone and they understand the level of it. I remember my grandparents, when I was younger, always thought that I should go and get a proper education, get a real job, blah, 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 blah. And I remember giving them a plaque for 1 million sold, and the kind of computing in their head being like, oh, 1 million sold. And it is like anything. You could sell anything. You could sell shoelaces. You could sell the little tips on shoelaces. If you sell 1 million of something, or something's streamed 1 billion times, it's very easy to say that to someone and for them to understand that it's been a success. So the Ipswich Town kit, I mean, everyone keeps saying, oh, you've like dropping clues and blah, blah, blah. There are no clues. It's like right there on the kit. That is the name of the next 2 albums. And that's the name of the tour. I'm not being secretive. It's on a fucking kit. I wish it was on television, but it's not. You can watch it on iFollow, and you can watch Ipswich Town play in League One, and they are going to win this season. We're going to be promoted, and we're going to be in the Championship next year, and life will be good. Before lockdown happened, actually not even before lockdown happened, when tour ended, I was really unhealthy. That was in my takeaway every night of the week, drinking quite a lot, just being unhealthy. And then my wife told me she was pregnant, and I suddenly thought, wow, I need to actually like stop acting like mid-20s and party, and actually like start taking my health a bit more seriously. So I just stopped takeaways. I got a personal trainer who I went to school with. He lives in the town, and my way of losing weight before an album campaign would just be like cut carbohydrates and run a lot, and that was just always what I did. Ali, my trainer, was basically like, you can eat whatever you want, but just do it in moderation. We do running like once a week, and the rest is weight-based, and that is something that I feel like is a cheat code that you never really, you think exercise, treadmill. I'm not like, I bench 200 pounds, bro, but like I do think weights, people think weights are just to bulk up, but actually it's a very healthy thing to do. I don't have a six-pack. For me, if I ever see anyone with a six-pack, you know that they're not enjoying all of life's pleasures. You know that they're not having bread or chocolate or beer. Like, I love beer. I call the little pouch, it's the fun pouch. And when you lose the fun pouch, life just isn't good anymore. So yeah, I don't really want a six-pack. My go-to cheat meal is, there's a curry house in my hometown, Curry India. When the football was on, I had to do a vindaloo every time the football was on, just because. But they do a chili paneer masala. That's usually my go-to like cheat meal with garlic naan. Yeah. See, with England, I mean, no one's talking about how far they got. Like, if you were to say 15 years ago or whatever, or when France '98 was on, or any of these World Cups or any of these Euros, hey, one day we're going to be in the final and get a runners-up medal, we would bite their hands off for that. And it's like, England didn't lose on penalties. England got to the final of the Euros. And that, to me, that's a win. Everyone loves to be like, oh, we always lose on penalties, we always do this, but we never get to the final, and that should be celebrated. So the only reason I crashed on Jamie Foxx's couch in LA is he was having it was his birthday, so it was his birthday week, and all the rooms were taken. I didn't know him well enough to be like, come on, Jamie, stick me in an ensuite. So that's what a lot of people go, surely he has spare rooms. But yes, he does have spare rooms, but there was a lot of people at the house at the time. So his couch was comfy. He did walk in on me. He has a film room and he had some DVDs, and I picked out Collateral, which obviously he's in, and I put it on, and he walked in as I was watching it. And I remember being like, hi mate, yeah, quite awkward. So yeah, he has a good couch, and Courtney Cox has I've kind of claimed it as my own. I've sort of lived there since 2013, and it's this like guest house, and it's where all the gimp masks are. I think being a father that's such a like cliche thing to say, being like, being a father's changed me so much, but honestly, like the priorities just shift. Like my bedtime shifted. I go to bed at like 9 o'clock now and get up at 4. I do this thing with my daughter where we have vinyl breakfast every morning. So I get up with her, we do a vinyl every morning, and we both have porridge, and we listen to, yesterday it was Fleetwood Mac, the day before it was ABBA Gold, the day before it was the Kooks. Kooks' first album is a stone cold classic. It is fucking great. For me, just routine has changed, and priorities. I'm basically hanging out with my mates like once every 2 weeks, maybe once every month, and when we do it properly. There's no shit night outs now. They're all fucking amazing. My skincare routine, so interestingly, because a lot of people think that I've got younger, I have just shaved and I've stopped putting loads of alcohol, spirits and smoking and blah, blah, blah. I am just healthier, but my wife got me Bulldog face cream moisturizer, and then Kiehl's face wash. So Kiehl's, Bulldog, and yeah, I think that's my skincare routine. But I'd say the best thing for your skin is to not put loads of toxins in your body. I'm reading a book at the moment. A friend of mine, Musa Okwonga, he has a book called One of Them about his time at Eton, and it's really good. I haven't made any I haven't invested in cryptocurrency because I just don't believe in things that you can't see or touch. So like bricks and mortar, you know it's there. The house is there. Art, you know it's there. Watches, you can see it. Anything, gold, like anything you invest in. Stamps, coins, really big, throbbing. Cars, you see it, you touch it. I'm not trusting that there's just a thing that's there. Like, I don't really understand NFTs because it's just like, oh, it's this thing that you own. But where is it? Oh, it's on this screen. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm probably wrong, and I'm probably missing out on some good investments, but like, I just don't trust things you can't see or touch. Yeah, so there's basically, I've got really into like watch brands that are small, but very, very significant to the country that they're from. There's one in England called R.W. Smith, and it's this bloke, he basically makes the whole watches by hand. I ordered one from him in 2019, and it arrived maybe like 6 months ago. That was like top of my list for a while because it's really difficult to get one made by him. And there's this other one in Japan called Kikuchi Nakagawa. 2 Japanese watchmakers, and they make fantastic. I would liken it to a Calatrava, like a Patek Philippe Calatrava, but they're just like really, really made Japanese wristwatches. I have like one from Finland, one from, basically as I toured, I would just collect these watches. You don't have to go Rolex, you don't have to go Patek Philippe, you don't have to go Audemars. You can basically find really, really well-made watches for a fraction of the price that kind of do the same thing. For me, the R.W. Smith watch I have is the rarest watch I own because it's one of one and it was made by a bloke that probably makes 2 a year. So for me, that's like one of the coolest watches I own, and no one knows what it is either. Do you know what? I bought a faux fur coat, a Burberry one, like a pink faux fur coat for a Jonathan Ross Halloween party. I went as a pimp. My wife went as a pimp as well, and we both got like canes and blah, blah, blah. It's not that I wouldn't wear it again. I just struggle to see a time where you would. But it's really comfy. Yeah, I do. It's actually quite a depressing dream. I dream I get shot in the head. I know that's really fucking dark, but like almost every single night. I know that's fucking dark, but yeah, it's true. I would love to be reincarnated as a cat. I feel like a loved cat. A loved cat, not a cat when you go on holiday and you go to pick them up and everyone's like, no, don't. Yeah, a loved cat. I can't show you the last tattoo I got because it's on my back, but it is, there's a song on my record that I played to, do you know who Charlie Mackesy is? Who wrote the Boy, the Mole, the Fox, yeah. So I played the song to him and he drew it's a song about my daughter, and he drew a picture inspired by the song, really small thing, and I got that tattooed on my back because he's obviously, I mean, he's a genius and I was very honoured by it. Thank you, GQ. That was me versus the universe. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice one.